time now to say enter the dragon to a man who started his business in a broom cupboard with a copy of the Yellow Pages and is now one of the richest men in the UK. We've seen him put his money where his mouth is on the hit BBC show Dragon's Den, and he is here today to tell us how we can all land our own dream jobs. Please welcome James Caan.
Greetings.
Greetings, indeed.
Are you a bit cold?
I was a bit cold, actually. They said, do you want to take your coat off? I said, no, I'm keeping it on.
It's not the show for modesty, let me tell you.
Clearly.
Blue Monday today, you blue?
I'm not, actually. I feel extremely positive.
And you're not worried about the VAT increase, are you?
No, clearly not.
No. Well, you have got a yacht as well, haven't you?
I have.
You're a millionaire with lots of kind of millionaire playthings, aren't you?
Yeah.
But that's how you should be. You should take
Right,
if you
earned
work
it.
hard to make your money, you should enjoy
You're
it like you
embarrassing
do.
me about the yacht.
Have you got
Why?
horses and diamonds as well?
Lots.
Horses with diamond horses?
Diamond studs.
Have you got any horses in jumpers? No, that would make you laugh.
Look at that, in a Geordie angle. I'd love that.
You know, I don't have one of those. Should I have one of
Yes,
those?
it would make you happier on the days you're blue.
Do you know, isn't it a slightly British thing, though, to be kind of embarrassed about, you know, your success and your wealth? You came from nothing. Everything you have, you've made yourself. You know, why shouldn't you have a yacht?
Thank you.
You know,
Can I use it now?
Please?
No, but I think sometimes, you're right, in England, it is, you know, I don't think we like to kind of admit that we have lots of money, because I think in America it comes more naturally.
Yeah.
So I think whenever people say to me, you know, I saw you in the rich list or you've got all this money, I do kind of immediately sort of feel like, you know...
This goes against the grain with your book is Get the Job You Really Want. It's all about being gregarious, putting yourself out there, really selling yourself. Can we all really land the jobs of our dreams?
I think you can, because when I look at my own background, I, you know, left school at 16. I didn't have a lot of qualifications, and, you know, I've generally got the jobs that I really wanted. And when I went on to Dragon's Den, and they approached me and they said, you know, would you like to do this TV show? I'd never done TV before, and I mean, I was quite nervous. And all the things that I talk about in the book are just the things that you do in terms of preparation and planning, etc. And as you know, I've now kind of stepped down from Dragon's Den.
What happened? Is it because you don't get on with that Duncan?
No.
You don't know, do you?
Not.
He said he's glad you're gone.
Well, I'm glad he said that.
He did say that, didn't he,
Did he
girls?
really say that then?
Well, I think that's what I read.
isn't he?
Yeah, I can't say for sure that that's
Is
what
he
he
jealous
said.
of your yacht, do you think?
He doesn't have one of those. No, Did I say that?
I'm sensing there's some truth in this then.
No, you know, I was in Bali over Christmas and I was sitting there kind of looking at 2011 saying, what do I really want to do? And I just think, you know, I've done 4 series of Dragon's Den, which has been amazing. And I'm spending a lot of time now in building these homes and these villages for the people in Pakistan and the flood victims. And I've already been there like 3 times, and I'm now the chairman of the Big Issue, so I look after the kind of homeless through the magazine. And through Dragons, I've done nearly 30 investments, so I've got 30 businesses that I look after.
How have they been, though? Have they, you know, made you a few quid, or any bad ones?
I tell you, the Dog Treadmill is doing amazingly well.
Is it?
We are making bucket loads.
What is that? I didn't see that, the Dog Treadmill.
This is where a girl called Sammy French came on, and she invented basically a treadmill for dogs. And
So you don't have
If
to
you can't be
walk
bothered
them.
to take them for a walk.
Oh, that's genius, isn't it?
Do they have to wear a little swim and tiny trainers? There's more to this, there's more to this.
That's right. And you know what? We're selling amazingly well. Like in France, we're selling them by the container load. So my Dog Treadmill is doing really well. I'm really proud of that one.
Hey, Sarah, you should take that on to the next Dragon's Den about the tracksuits for the dogs on the treadmill.
Yeah, exactly. You could have your own line.
That's right.
So if somebody is sat there today putting their CV together, about to go for the job that could change their lives, give us your top tips on how you can succeed where others will hopefully fail.
I think that the one thing that the book really focuses on, I think there are 2 key points, I would say. One is preparation. I think so many people who go for job interviews just don't do their research, they don't prepare, and it's a bit like in Dragon's Den. People who always get investments are the people who prepared the most, because they walk in really confidently. And I think, secondly, you've got to be conscious about how you present and what you wear. I mean, I know we were looking at Helen Bonham Carter, but I think first impressions do count. And I mean, sometimes when we're sitting in the den and somebody walks through the door, of course, we're all eyeing them up from top to bottom and saying, you know, and Peter openly will say, look, you know, is that the best you could do? Or, you know, this is an opportunity to change your life, and you've come in looking so scruffy. So I do think your presentation, your attitude, your confidence, your planning, your preparation, all of those things will make the difference. And I think, if you imagine, if the right job changes your life, if it really is so important, then have you really prepared sufficiently to justify changing your life? And I don't think people genuinely do that.
Yeah. Well, good advice, especially in these difficult times. Good luck with the book.
Thank you.
We will miss you in the den.
Thank you.
Will you miss Duncan, just very quickly?
No.
I'm joking. Ladies and gentlemen, Caan.